Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm here in nature, trying to breathe some fresh air, and just remembered two stories that I'd like to share with you since 2023 is getting to an end. I think it's interesting for you guys to know about it. So, the first one, I think it happened in 2007 or 8. I don't remember the perfect date, but I was with a friend, and we used to be in this band called Eternal Crossing. It was a pretty good band at the time. So we went to some meetings to play in another city close to our hometown. But if you wanted to perform in this venue, it was a huge venue. It was a good opportunity at the time. You have to go to these meetings, and since it was like kind of far from where we lived, sometimes we used my mom's car. I didn't have a car at the time. I had a driver's license, but didn't have a car. And the other guy was younger, so he couldn't drive. On this day, we went to this other city using the subway, and everything was fine. Like, went to the meeting, had a good conversation with the promoters of this event, and we ended up like going back home a little bit later. So when we arrived at the subway station, we were ready to take the subway again. We saw that we didn't have like the full amount of money to catch, like to buy two tickets. We're lacking 10 cents. Then since we were young, we were full of insecurities, and we didn't have like the we were not used to ask for money. Then we went to ask uh, for people like passing by if they could give us 10 cents, and we swallowed our shame, and then we start asking. People treated us as if we were like trying to buy drugs or something, like two black kids asking for money, 10 cents, so they could go back home. And we asked for about like half an hour. Nobody gave us a dime. So we kind of gave up and started like discussing what we should do. Like, if we called our parents to help us out, it would be a pain in the ass because it was really, really far from where we used to live. And then a guy approached us. He was noticeably like a homeless person. And then he asked us for 10 cents so he could buy food. And then we explained him, like we told him that we were lacking 10 cents to go back home. So this homeless guy took a little bit of his money and gave it to us and say, "Good luck, good luck. I can keep asking here. It's getting late and you guys should go home right now." So he was really, really kind. laughed with us, like, because he he went to ask us money and ended up having to give us a little bit. But I think it was a good thing. Like, it was a lesson, so it was the first lesson. And the other I and the other dude, we shared this story. People tend to not believe, but it really happened. So it teached me to be like more humble and to persist, like to open up to people about my situation. Maybe someone somewhere has a solution to your problem and you don't even know. Like, it might be like difficult for you, but some people have the answer that you're looking for. Okay, so the reason that I don't appear in the rest of the video is because I'm recording this part at home. I'm back home. I couldn't record there where I was, but I still can give you these beautiful images. So just let's move on to the next story. So it was like few a few years later, like I think it was 2 years after the homeless dude story happened. I was living in São Paulo. Was not in a good situation because of some poor choices that I've made, and I've just finished work, and someone stole my all my money, like, or tried to steal it, and I was hungry. I didn't have anyone to ask for, and in São Paulo, people tend to be a little bit like colder. They do not get moved to anyone's story like the homeless dude did. Some people might, but I wasn't that lucky at the time. And then I spent like 4 days without eating anything. I've got to a point where I started to hallucinate. It was very, very harsh on me. And one day I just went to the streets to ask again. So it's important to tell you guys that all of this was like before my musician career started, and I didn't have a clue about where I wanted to go with my music. I just like left home and started to like learn about the world, and I learned a lot. So getting back to the story, I started asking, but nobody listened. And then there was this transgender woman who used to work at night at the streets, and she asked me why I was like asking for money and what was my situation. And then I explained to her, and she got like very angry with people around. She started yelling like, "What's your problem?" Blah blah blah. And then she told me one thing like really, really interesting. Like she said that when you are in a difficult situation, you should usually go to less fortunate, the people who suffer a lot with prejudice, because usually these people are the ones who gonna help you. And then there was my second lesson in life. After that, like when I got like I went back home, and 2 years later I was in Santuarium, uh, rehearsing to like record a video clip, the album, and then go out in the world, like go on a tour in Canada, and then like visit like many places. So what I'm trying to share with you here is that like sometimes your life, it's not what it looks like. It might seem like very difficult and hopeless, but maybe you're a few steps from like achieving your goal, or to get to a better place. And these two people who like are, I hope they're still alive, and but like these people are like despised by society, pretty much like, not, well, it's not the same, but like artists, musicians, we suffer like that as well, because um, nobody wants to like listen or to share what we produce, like most of us at last. So what I want to tell you guys is that like never lose hope. I know sometimes it's very difficult. As you can see from my face in the beginning of the video, it was like I look really tired, because it was like a very like rough year for me. But now I'm good. Like I'm relaxing. Like with my family, we survived this year, and next year I have like a bunch of really cool projects. I'm inspired. I'm working with people that I admired again. So um, if you are in a place that you feel like your situation will not get better, just hold on, like keep going. It will get better if you persist, because everything ends when we give up. You know, that's the end of the line. When we give up, or when we achieve something and say that that's enough. But if you don't feel that you've achieved your goal, don't give up. Like keep persisting. You know, and I see you guys next year. I won't be like, I think I'm going on another trip. I'm gonna spend 6 days away from home, and I'll try to vlog, but I don't know if I'll be able to record myself, because I'll be with my wife and my kid, and my kid, like my son, demands a lot of attention, especially when we are away from home. But I'll try. I'll do my best. I'll keep sharing these videos with you guys, and new music as well, new good music. That's what this channel is all about. And that's it for 2023. I wish you guys the best. I see you next year, and I hope you guys, like I genuinely hope you guys achieve your goals. Thank you very much.